Sunday, February 2nd is World Wetlands Day. The theme for this year's celebration is Protecting Wetlands for Our Common Future. Wetlands are areas where the land is covered in shallow water or the soil is saturated near the surface for at least part of the year.
Wetlands provide an excellent benefit to our hydrological cycle by filtering water. And so whenever we have a large rain event, they're essentially a giant sponge and they can capture and hold that water. And then they filter water in two different ways, through the vegetation that is at the surface of the water. So a lot of those plants will uptake metals and treat pollution, but then also as the water filters down through that sponge and down into the groundwater system, it purifies and cleans it. It can slow water down. So whenever water comes rushing in, maybe from a high precipitation event, it can actually slow that water down and allow some of the silt and the dirt and the sediment to fall out, and then also treat pollution out of it. So it plays a lot of really important roles with flood control.
Wetlands also play an essential role in biodiversity. Although wetlands occupy less than 1% of West Virginia's land surface, they're home to 23% of the state's plant species and 44% of its rare plant species.
In West Virginia, we have several different types of wetland habitats. Where we're at today, this is more of a lowland wetland. It's forested. It even has some open wet meadows and vernal pools, things like that. But in other parts of our state, we have high elevation wetlands that have species that are not found anywhere else except for maybe up in the Canadian provinces. And even though we don't have a lot of wetlands, they're not grand, large places. They host a lot of biodiversity. So we have a lot of important species that visit, raise their young in these wetlands, and can be found there in maybe no other parts of our state.
They also provide critical breeding habitat for many species of amphibians. They're found in every county in the state and are great places to watch wildlife year-round. To find out more about wetlands in West Virginia, visit our website, dep.wv.gov, type Wetland Resources Guide in the search box, and it will open up a whole range of information, including resources for communities, teachers, and property owners. There's even information on the proper way to decontaminate your boots to help protect these special sensitive areas from disease and invasive species. You'll also find links to the video series Wild and Wonderful Wetlands on the DEP's Environment Matters YouTube channel that will be featuring on our social media all next week. For Environment Matters, I'm Mike Huff. Thanks for watching.